Guys, welcome back to Shapiro TV. And today is probably the most excited I've been in a long time.
Wow.
The most excited I've been for a podcast. But really, it's the most excited I've been to see my friend, truly someone that I really, really look up to. Okay? Not because he's taller than me, but because he is relentless. My bro, Isaac, he's right here. No fucking filter today.
None.
We're going to chop it up. You can ask me anything. Isaac, we're going to talk about it. Let's go, baby. Here's Isaac.
Nice, man. Hey, I appreciate those words, especially coming from you.
No, coming from you. Because I remember getting my car washed. I was in Connecticut.
Okay.
And you put me on the wolf pack.
I remember that.
I never spoke to anybody before that. That was the first time I ever did that.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Damn.
Yep. I loved it.
Yeah, for me, it was a no-brainer. I told you, I'm like, you have the personality that the world needs to hear, without a doubt. You have the story, the character, the traits, the statistics to back it up that you should be a leader among leaders. So it was a no-brainer.
Well,
Plus, you're a fucking cool guy.
Trying.
Yeah.
Yeah, good guys get sometimes taken advantage of.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
I do believe most people are good.
Inherently, I do.
Inherently.
I
People
do
are
too.
good.
And even when you get fucked, even without a kiss or Vaseline.
Yeah. That's funny. I just used that line.
Really?
Yeah, on Young Goldies. I told him I got fucked, no Vaseline. And he's like, I've never heard that before. And then there it is. See, that's why he's like my older brother to some extent. You're my friend, you're my brother, but to some extent, like.
Definitely older.
Yeah.
I think I'm probably.
I'm
double.
33.
I'm double.
Okay.
I'll be 65 in next month, May.
No, wait. When's your birthday?
May
Me too.
28th.
I'm May 29.
Oh, that's why we get along, bro.
Get
We're
the
fucking
fuck
Geminis.
out. Yeah.
All you motherfuckers who think we're fucking bipolar, fuck off.
Fact.
We're not.
That's incredible. So you're 28. I'm 29. I got some shit to tell you. First of all, around our time, Gemini, you got people like John F. Kennedy.
Yep.
Massive influencers of the world. Mm-hmm. But specifically for you, right? So check this out. In numerology, gematria, geomatria, whatever you guys want to fucking call it, 29 is what we call a power number, because 2 plus 9 is 11. Mm-hmm. 11 and 33, they're numbers of influence. Mm-hmm. 28, though, you ready for this?
I've never heard this, so it's brand new for me.
The most successful, wealthiest people on the planet are born on 28. Geomatria, gematria, numerology, everywhere across the board agrees. Number 28 is the most successful number to be born on. And there you have it.
Wow, I didn't even know that. And the funny thing is, I can say now that I've loved 2 women.
Really? I love all of
Okay.
them.
No, of course.
No, I genuinely love my women. I love like 6 of them at once.
I mean, love 2 women.
Okay.
Okay. I won't say who the first was
Yep.
because I don't want to offend my children's mother,
Yep.
but they know who she was.
Beautiful.
Okay. She lives in Italy.
Yep.
Her name's Brenda.
Yep. You only talk good about her.
And the second was my soon-to-be ex-wife.
Yep.
And I will tell you that when you give someone your heart, you give them everything. You don't hold anything back.
Okay.
And every time that I had a special relationship with a guy, they were Geminis.
Wow.
Brenda was a Gemini.
She was a Gemini.
Was a Gemini. Never dated a Gemini before. Instantly clicked. Met her on a plane.
Yeah, I've done those. Those are fun.
Yep.
Those are fun.
And it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Because we're very dynamic people. We're dynamic. We like to move, but we like presence, but we like to have our fucking space all at once. Very interesting people, man. But I think we're the best.
Why do people think that we have 2 personalities?
Well, because of the symbol,
Yes.
right? It's the twin, right? That's normal. But I think it's kind of true to some extent. I'm very like dynamic right here and right now. Put me in any room, literally any room, within minutes, everybody starts circling around me. I have that X factor. Put me on camera, I'm explosive. I grab your attention.
Yep. I know that. I've seen it.
Right?
I've watched it.
But in general, dude, I like to be fucking by myself just working. aside from you, which I keep in contact with, 3-4 other guys I'll smoke cigars with, I keep by myself. I'm real quiet. All I do is study, work, study, read, study, work, study. I'm by myself.
What's your latest book that you're reading?
There's a book. Well, here's how I do it. There's a few books that I read all the time, over and over and over and over again.
Okay.
And then every weekend I read one new book. One new book. The book that I have right now for this week is Erroneous Zones, which was given to me by my sensei. It just talks about there's places in your life that you need to handle, right? Like, for example, asking for forgiveness, which is not something I do at all. But people got a fucking issue with. You need approval nonstop. I'm sorry. I apologize. Can you double check with me?
Why would you have to ask for forgiveness?
People just ask for forgiveness.
If you do the right thing,
yeah,
you don't need to ask for forgiveness.
I agree.
If you hold yourself to a higher standard, you don't need to ask for forgiveness. If you're wrong, it's okay to say, look,
Yeah.
I was wrong. I called a couple guys out. I had them sit in that chair. I apologized to them, and I said I was wrong.
Okay.
I found out that I was actually wrong.
Yeah, I like when you call
Okay.
people out online. I think it's very funny.
I've called out a bunch of people. I just made up with Grant. I know you worked for him.
Yeah.
We don't always agree on things.
Yeah.
We agreed that we don't have to agree to be cordial and
Agreed.
polite to each other.
Agreed.
Okay? I'm not taking any more shots at him. I wish him the best. I don't want to put out that bad energy. The last person to ask to come here and sit here, I'm sure you know. We can talk about it off camera.
Yeah.
I would love to do it. I think I could help him a lot with some older advice.
Yeah.
Okay.
He won't take it.
No, until he's ready to take it.
Right.
Because a person who is ready to change is right there at the precipice. They're ready to change. A person who realizes what they're doing isn't working, okay, is ready to make that change. I've made that change. I had to go through a compression of 5,384 days, which you know what that number is.
Yep.
But I went through it, okay, and then I came out the other end.
Well, that's what happened to me. I mean, that's why I went online big on this. I never made the type of money you did, but for years, my whole thing,
Bro,
Mark,
no. You're super successful.
right?
Okay?
But the most I've ever
Okay?
made in a month is like 150K, right? So, but I remember for like years, Mark, that was my goal. I'm like, I need to make my first million, right? Right. That's how you grow up watching, Gecko, Wolf of Wall Street, the real one, right? 19s, Kid Rock, 50 Cent, MTV Cribs. All that matters was money. So for years, all I did was chase cash, connections, sales, communications, phone sales, everything there is to know. And last year, for the first time, I did it, right? I saw 134,000 hit my bank account. And it was only like the 13th of the month. And the girl I was dating was freaking out.
Why?
She's like, oh my God. She's used to seeing me make 50, 60, 70 a month. She was cool with that. But to see me fucking start doing over 6 figures a month regularly, she went crazy. And I looked at it, Mark, and I'm going to go full circle on what you just said. I'm going somewhere. I looked at it. I'm like, this is bullshit. Are you? She goes, what? I said, sweetheart, this is trash. I dedicated 9-10 years of my life away from shit I like, in different cities I don't like, talking to customers I hate, away from my daughter, for 6 little digits on a fucking screen. That makes no fucking sense to me. I wanted to cry right there. But I'll never cry in front of a woman. Don't ever do that. But that clicked something in my head, brother.
Really? I'm a crier, bro.
Yeah, I don't cry in front of females.
I get fucking choked up easy.
Yeah, no.
I don't know why.
No, I don't agree with that.
I'm very vulnerable.
Yeah, hell no. I don't trust females like that. The only people that see me cry are my close boys. You'll see me cry, that's fine, because I know there's self-respect. Women need to see a strong man. But going back to that, the moment I saw that and I realized there was no value in cash, it's about how you live your life. That's true value. That's when this whole thing that you guys are seeing online happened. I started to walk away from the business till I realized there's no easy way out. I just got to walk away. That's what I did. I just walked away. Led to a bunch of lawsuits, Why is the employees pissed off? Fuck off. Fuck off. I'm escaping the Matrix. Fuck you guys. And guess what's happening? Now we're about to be May. There's over 70 members of the Wolf Pack. I'm more known than ever before. Millions of people are hitting my page. Why? Because this world understands one thing.
A comeback.
A comeback and being truly fucking genuine. Mm-hmm. The moment you realize what the fuck's actually important. And by the way, that's different for everybody.
Yep.
There's a voice inside us that tells you exactly what you need to fucking do. Do it. I knew this was what I was supposed to do.
Yep.
I just had to realize cash is trash. And you know what the reality is?
You can't chase money, okay?
First of all, you can't chase money.
Number one, money is fungible, doesn't know where it comes from, doesn't know where it goes.
Nope.
Okay? Number two, the only thing that they're not making more of is time. They're not printing more time.
There we go.
They print more money, so it's trash.
Yep.
Okay? Gold is mined,
Yep.
but they don't mine time.
Exactly.
And you never get a moment again. You never get that second again.
No.
And that's why, number one, I wanted you here in this seat. And number two, I've been asking you for months to come here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you've been like, bro, I'm too busy. Bro, I'm doing this. I'm like, okay. I'm like, whenever you want to come, you can hang out, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Just come here.
This was the perfect time. Mm-hmm. Everything happens at the right time. Every time. No reason to stress. Time don't even exist. That's why I sold my watches when I was getting out of the hole. I'll never buy another watch again. Because I've flown a whole different fucking space now. We knew we need to have this podcast right now because the listeners that are going to listen to it, they needed to hear that right now. Everything is streamlined in this world. It's incredible.
So tell us about your chess game.
Not that good. Not that good. It's getting better. But there's a lot of power in chess.
Tell me why.
Couple things, man. First of all, there's only one king, and you can have multiple queens, and I definitely believe in that.
Yes.
Number two, everything
Define what a queen is. We're talking about women now.
Yeah. Okay. We're going straight.
We're going there.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, let's go there. Let's go.
You can be chauvinist right now.
I don't know about being chauvinist. I think it's about being pragmatic, practical. Things that have been
practical.
Things that have been proven over time.
Yes, absolutely. Okay.
No.
I don't know if I'll ever make the same mistake that I just made.
Maybe.
But I can't say that I won't.
Yeah. We're only human.
Because I'm open to being a vulnerable person because I wear my emotions on my sleeve. That's the way I am. I think it's because I grew up with a very stoic father.
Same.
And then as he got older, he became more loving. He told me he loved me. He would kiss me on the cheek.
Wow.
He would hug me. He became very different than the father that I knew growing up until I went off to college.
See, I grew up with a very violent father. Very violent. I've seen my mom hide in closets. You know what I'm saying? That's how I got into martial arts for 20 years. You know, it was to protect mom. You know. So I've done the emotions on my sleeve. There's very little amount of things I haven't tried. I've tried sober. I've tried studying in Jerusalem. I've tried Islam. I've tried all different types of diets. Every book you can I think I spent like $250,000 on self-development. I've tried being emotional women. I've tried being a pimp. I've tried being a thug. I've tried being hard. Here's what I came down to. You got to be fucking pragmatic. You got to be pragmatic. And women, forever, according to Dr. David Buss in the book Evolutionary Psychology, women respect strength. End of story. Mm-hmm. That's it. Saying you get all vulnerable, no. Well, this guy can be weak. Also, too much fucking hormones in the house. That's a very emotional household.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? One man needs to be the fucking shoulder.
Yep.
That's your position to play. You want to cry with the boys. You give her the ability to be feminine if you're strong. But if you're all up in your emotions, nothing wrong with it, but this is my belief. It might change in a month, who knows? But currently, if you're all emotional, and then she's all emotional, where does she go for her peace? Who's her oak tree that she can lean on? You got to be that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That's my point of view.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
See, even somebody who's 3 decades younger than me can give me great advice.
Oh, man. That's if age exists.
And you take it.
Yeah.
The thing is, most people are so fucking arrogant.
Oh, my God.
They think they got the game figured out.
Oh, my God.
They think they know everything. You know what, guys? You don't know jack fucking shit, okay? For me, I know how to do real estate. Anything else, I'm still learning.
Yep.
I want to learn. And I will tell you, I just ordered Conversations with God. Did you ever read that book?
No. Is it good?
I'll give it to you after I read it.
All right.
Okay?
That's good.
I read it a long time ago.
Okay.
And like you have your favorite books.
Yeah.
One of my favorite books is on the shelf. It's Rabbi Nachum, Garden of Emunah.
Oh, I love that book.
Probably read it like 14 times.
Same.
I would start it. I would stop it. Every time I would finish it, I would start it again.
Guys, I'm agnostic. I don't believe in religion, but that book right there is because listen,
Guys, he speaks French. He speaks English. He speaks Hebrew. What other? You speak Spanish.
Yeah.
What else do you speak?
bullshit.
Bullshit. Okay, so that's 5 languages.
Yeah.
Okay, plus we probably do some Ebonics.
For sure.
Okay, so this is a guy here who knows the Torah. He knows the Mishnah. He knows the Gemara. He knows all that stuff. Okay, but he chooses to follow his true self, his true north.
Right.
Most people are full of shit. Now, there's that thing about Miami, right? That Miami effect, this, that, okay? People are like, Miami rents the Lambo, but New York owns the Lambo.
Horseshit.
Bro, that's bull fucking shit.
I've never seen so much money in my life.
Why is Steve Ross, who owns Related, who is partners with George Perez, the condo king, why is he down here?
Yep.
Why is Joe Milton one of the biggest owner of apartments? What about Pedro Martin, whose son is David Martin from Terra, who puts up all these buildings? PMG. Guys, it's all really happening here. So all these guys that are like, Miami isn't this, Miami isn't that. You know what? You want to come here, you want to work like a motherfucker, you can do anything.
Yep.
Right here, Isaac moved, had a very successful business, came here and said, I'm going to do this all over again, and he's doing it.
Live.
Live.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is a cool position to be in because for years I've been preaching a certain lifestyle. But it was like, oh shit, Isaac, you live in a penthouse, you got 3 girlfriends, you're flying all over. It's easy for you. I'm like, I bet, motherfucker. Now watch this. Watch now. We're already on the way. I just landed here. I know all the power players. You know what I'm saying? Traction all over. Like 2 million views already on my shit. I just started. Because here's the thing. When you're aligned and you got a structure and you got a system, which I teach, by the way.
Tell them about your system.
Amen. Simple wins. In essence, here's what I'm going to give you guys. 90% structure, 10% chaos. That is how I fucking live. That's what I teach. And here's what I mean. No monk mode. No dial the fuck in. None of this bullshit. I've tried it all. It's terrible. You burn the fuck out all the time. You got to have a little fucking fun. You have to. Kick ass 9 days. Go out on the 10th day. Have some tequila, some shots and cigars with some friends. It's totally fucking fine. Because you know what? It's not about the destination. It's all about the fucking journey. Period. Not to mention, second piece, you got to move with love and with grace. And here's what I mean. When I got to the top, at least for me, what was the top? There's much higher levels, of course, but to me, it was
you were at a very elite level. I don't
Yeah.
ever diminish
Well,
your success.
I don't-
Okay, and
I don't diminish it. It's
and
just
you walked away from it.
Yeah.
and you said fuck it.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you did it again.
Yeah.
And now you're doing it again.
Yeah.
Okay.
All the time.
How many people do that?
0.
0.
I'm literally the only person online today that does what I do. There is nobody like me online, and I can say it from the bottom of my heart. Just research it. Is anybody doing what Isaac Global's doing? None. I will change the fucking world with this voice, 100%. And let me give you guys one thing. You got to move the love. So if you get to the top because you feel like you're a brokey, if you get to the top because you feel you're a piece of shit or you're not enough, guess what? By the time you get to the top, you still feel like shit. Mm-hmm. What I teach in the Wolf Pack is this. You're perfect. You have value just because you're fucking born. Period. Move with that. With that wholeness that you're something of value. Attack with that you're perfect. And just because maybe you want to improve some. By the time you get to the destination, you're happy as fuck. If you're going to go to hell, at least dance with the devil. That's the way I see it. That's my perspective.
I think most people are insecure and cowards. Hey,
I agree.
for what you did to say, look, I don't have it all. Is that me or you? I'm resetting.
Yeah.
You're going to follow my journey.
Yeah.
You're going to see me. I got $2,000 left in my bank account.
Yep.
And bro, you don't think I've been there?
Oh yeah.
I've been there.
You know what's fun? Every major room I go in, they all say the same jokes, bro. If you didn't go bankrupt at least 3 times in your life, you ain't doing shit. Ain't that a fucking fact?
There are, I've never done that personally, but I've taken a project through bankruptcy.
Hell yeah. I didn't go to bankruptcy. It didn't make sense.
I had to because it was a financial tool. We use it in real estate as a financial tool.
Quick note, guys, on the word bankruptcy. You got to get more literate on it. You don't just fucking pull bankruptcy. It needs to be used as a tool and a strategy. When I got to the bottom, I said, all right, does it make sense to even file bankruptcy? No. It won't give me an up. You know what I'm saying? So like Mark said, he had a project. Is it a good strategy? Okay. For most of you guys, bankruptcy is not it. First of all, you're not doing enough to get bankrupt. You're just not. That's okay. But it's just, hey, count your losses. Bankruptcy is not the fucking Jesus, right? I mean, it's just not.
I like the fact that you said simple wins. I had a little kid. His name is Win Soccer.
Okay.
WYNN.
Is that okay? Okay.
And he did a video, and it said he takes a hot shower every morning. And I commented on his video, and I said to him, "You already had your first win because your bed's already made. That was your first win of the day. The shower was your second win of the day."
Yep.
He reached out to me. We had lunch at the Standard.
Beautiful.
Met his dad.
Nice.
Dad's in the commercial real estate space. Met his agent.
Okay.
9-year-old kid. I had an Israeli soccer jersey. I gave it to him.
Okay.
Okay. And I had him here, and we did a podcast.
Beautiful.
And he's like the coolest little kid. He's 9 years old.
Isn't that beautiful?
Okay? I mean, it's like wild. But at 9, he's thinking about these things. So I don't know if it's from what we do that you have these young men,
for sure,
these children thinking about a win, okay? But today, when I run into these guys, that they seem like they're empty.
Like which guys?
I run into guys that, they'll stop me and they want to take a picture or they'll ask me some questions, how do I do this on a deal? And I'm always inclined to actually give somebody an answer, okay? And they seem empty.
Yeah.
They seem like they're soulless, like they're rudderless. They don't know where they're going. And
can you go deeper in that? What do you mean?
They have no guidance.
Yeah.
Okay, they're trying to make money. They're trying to fuck everything that's out there.
Yeah.
They're going out and renting a penthouse. They're going out and renting a Lamborghini.
Yeah.
They're owning nothing.
Okay.
Okay, and they're trying to put on a persona that's not really real.
And
what they need to be doing is they need to be stepping back and looking at who they are and then what they're going to do and why they're going to do it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And then go execute it.
Yeah. Yeah, they have too much value on shit that can be taken away. I don't know if it was when we grew up or when you grew up or a little bit before, but we had pride in things that were eternal. Mm-hmm. Today there's a lot of pride, only pride actually, in things that are ephemeral, things that die. That's fucked up. Yeah.
What's the Hebrew word for what's external and what's internal?
Tell me.
Tov? Tov is internal.
Is that so?
Tov, I think it's Tov is internal.
Tov means good.
It's mean good?
Tov means good, yeah.
But I think it means internal.
Okay.
Okay, and then Tov is internal.
Okay.
And then Tov is external.
Interesting.
So you want to have that internal strength.
Yeah.
Okay? I heard this from a rabbi. I get these morning messages every morning, and I listen to them.
By the way,
3 minutes.
Mark sends me a Shabbos message every Friday. He knows I don't believe in any of it. He knows I'm agnostic. He knows I might not even read it.
You don't even have to read it. I just want to send it to you. Maybe there'll be one little thing that makes your day, makes you smile.
But you guys want to laugh? There was one time where me and him got in a disagreement where he didn't send it to me anymore, and I got pissed. I got hurt. I'm like, you're not even sending me messages.
Bro, I might have forgot because I send out so many of them.
I just appreciate that you think of me, man. I do.
Always.
Yeah.
Always. Yes.
Yeah, that was a
I
funny
send it to
moment.
Shlomi. He never responds to me.
Yeah, I'm letting you know
know?
that, like, most of the time I just smile because I see your name, which I'm changing to Moshe, by the way. I like that conversation that we had.
Yeah.
It's important, by the way, to call people how they want to be called. You know what I'm saying? You got to respect who they are and their new identity. 100%.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I would tell you that my relationship with Hashem, I don't know, where does the Abish to come from? That means the one. I think a name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yud K Vav K is I am who I am, right? Or will be what I will be. But so is I.
That relationship for me has always been the most important thing.
Yeah.
Always haven't been that close because I've moved back and forth, and becoming a Baal Tshuva again about 20-ish years ago.
Beautiful.
It's really given me the chizik, the strength to get through life's journey and life's difficulties.
Yes.
And
I love that.
you know, if I didn't have that, I'd probably be surviving. I'd probably be fine.
You'd be fine. I'll tell you why you'll be fine. Because you're a wolf. And there's people that either get slaughtered, and there's those that slaughter. And you, my friend, my brother, are that type of person that you throw to the wolves, you come back leading the pack. So yes, right now this ideology is perfect and it resonates, and it's probably why you're on Earth. Mm-hmm. It's to spread real estate, help people get into better financial, independence, and spread the light of, Hashem. But in a different life, you'd be fine.
You know the story of the 3 rats?
No.
The white rat, the gray rat, and the black rat?
Oh man, is this a racist joke?
No.
I'm joking.
No, it's not. So the white rat, you take that white rat and you put him in a corner and you cut off his food supply, he's going to naturally die.
Okay.
You hold him in that corner.
Okay.
The gray rat is going to fight. And fight and fight and fight until he somehow exhausts himself and then dies. The black rat is going to fight. The black rat is going to claw. The black rat is going to attack you to try to get out.
Yeah.
But right when the black rat is about to extinguish, it does something very unique.
What does it do?
It takes a piece of its body.
Yeah, I calculated that.
It uses it for food. It eats its hand, its arm, its foot.
Whatever it takes.
To survive.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
You do not want to be a white or a gray rat. You want to be a black rat.
Agreed.
So when somebody comes and tries to fuck you, what you do is you make it your mission to fuck them. And you make it your mission to never let them take advantage of another person. That is what a villain is. That's what a coward does. A coward allows their hurt and their anger to fuel them.
Yeah.
Okay? They live from that. A hero, they fuel it, are fueled so no one else can hurt another person. That's why the hero goes and does and stops what other people are doing.
I agree.
When you take that, the Dark Knight, or you take Superman, all these mythological, whatever they are, okay?
Yeah.
Regular men are heroes to me.
I agree.
A father of a child. I have a friend who is a father of an autistic child, okay?
Okay.
And she has also epilepsy, and she has seizures. He handles it with such dignity and grace.
Yeah.
He inspires me to be better, okay? And I have all these people, like you have the people in the pack.
Yeah.
I have all these people that I'm learning from on a daily basis. No, I don't teach anything sophisticated. I just teach simple real estate. I'm a simple guy.
You know what my favorite sentence is? The simplicity is the height of all sophistication.
Of course.
So simple real estate is the most dangerous type of real estate because it's simple. You can do it clear. You don't make mistakes.
Right.
I want to make a small differentiation to what you just said,
Okay.
if I may.
Bro, you can do anything.
Yeah.
We don't always agree. We don't always have to agree.
Yeah, I'm just being polite.
But we
I'm
have
just being
fucking
polite.
respect, period.
Yeah.
Okay?
That's fact.
So, and if I ever needed anybody to kick somebody's ass, I'd probably call Frank first because that's what Frank does
call
for
Frank.
a living.
I don't know who Frank is, but we'll call Frank.
Then I'd call Isaac right over here, guys. Okay?
Yeah.
Because I know if I needed help, he would have my back.
Yep, that's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact. That's why I'll always pick brotherhood over a female. 100% every single time. Here's the only differentiation I want to make with what you just said about being a black rat, a white rat, or a gray rat. A couple things. Number one, you got to figure out who the fuck you are.
Most people can't.
Well, okay, so that's step
Because
one.
they're all a bunch of fucking wimps.
I don't know about their wimps, man. I don't think human beings are wimps. I think they're a bit lost and they need some clarity.
Okay.
I think they're
I'll agree with that.
I think they're a little lost in vices like porn and alcohol and weed. By the way, guys, I'll have a tequila sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I'll smoke a joint. Everything's
What's your
fine.
favorite tequila?
I don't know, man. I'll have one. Casamigos is fine. I mean, anything.
I actually like Casamigos,
I
but everybody
love it.
tells me it's crappy tequila.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah,
give me
that's
4.
two of
I'm
it.
real happy.
That's 2 of it.
Yeah.
4? Bro, I can barely have 1.
Oh, no, I'm a tank. Mom's Viking. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm a tank.
Isabella's mother?
Yeah.
Polish?
Yeah.
Bro.
She hits.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I can drink heavy.
Yeah, she told me, I talked to her the other day. She hasn't been drinking for months. I'm like, that's great.
So check this out. So I went sober for a year and a half. Mm-hmm. You know, I've done every drug on the market, from cocaine to Molly, steroids. I've done everything, bro. Now I don't do shit. But I had to get sober to handle that shit. So I went a year and plus sober. Now I handle it. Now I can enjoy it. Going back to what you were saying. I don't think people are wimps. I don't think you have to be a black rat. I think when you get clear on who the fuck you are, white, gray, or black, pick the type of rat you are, and then use your strengths to your advantage. That's the best key. Because if you're a white rat trying to be a black rat, you're going to fucking kill yourself.
No.
If you're an introvert, go create some AI stuff. I don't know, become the best introvert. You know, if you're an extrovert, cool. Do shit like us. Fantastic. You're strong, be strong. You're weak, you're weak. There's a book written by Harvard. It's called Managing Oneself. It says that not everybody learns the same way. Not everybody operates the same way. So the best thing you can do in life is figure out what you are, your strengths and your weaknesses. That's the most powerful lethal motherfucker. I mean, you imagine a snake trying to be a bird? Ain't gonna happen.
No.
Or a wolf trying to be a fucking, I don't know, a cow? No. You can't do milk. Just be a wolf, be a bird, be a cat. I don't give a fuck what you are. Just be, you know what? That's the fucking thing that's weak. People trying to be what they're not.
Well,
Huge.
They see something and they think, I like that. They see something and they're attracted to it. So
I believe in acquiring what you admire. I think that's beautiful. But understand your limitations.
Right. Very, very true.
You love Michael Jordan, cool, but you're our height. You know, I'm 5'10". You're not gonna be Michael Jordan. What can you do though? You can be a kick-ass coach. You can play in the leagues out here. You can do some dope content on basketball. That's the whole thing with the Wolfpack. You're gonna come in. I'm gonna tell you you're perfect. Now figure out who the fuck you are. Mm-hmm. Now you want to be a badass, tattooed, like angry motherfucker? Cool. All right, cool. Let's see what you got to work with. God gave you some limitations.
So there was a movie. I actually just referred to it the other day. I don't know if it was maybe in our company meeting, which we have every morning at 9:30. It's called The Huddle.
Beautiful.
And
Very important.
It's from that football movie called Friday Night Lights.
I think I've seen it.
And it was the movie that Billy Bob Thornton did. And the movie talked about, he talked to his players, and he said, you need to be perfect. Now, the definition of perfect was different for every single person.
You're a religious Jew.
Yes.
Very. You want some Torah for you?
Yes, I'd love some.
You want some Torah?
Is this okay?
Yeah.
I'm not making you do this.
No. You know I studied Meah Shearim, right?
Shit, yeah, I know.
Yeah. So
you know more than most freaking Torah scholars.
Yeah,
just so these guys know that.
I know quite a bit. Okay, so somewhere in the Torah, there goes, Moshe and Aaron spoke to Hashem, right? Mm-hmm. And then the next sentence after that it says Aaron and Moshe spoke to Hashem. Or Hashem spoke to them, whatever.
Right.
So Rashi goes ahead and says, hey, how come on the first sentence in the Torah it says Moshe first, then Aaron? And the sentence right after says Aaron, then Moshe. If there's one thing we know about the Torah is that it's exact.
Exact.
Right? Everything has a reason, a purpose. There's a reason. So Rashi goes on to say is that they were equal. So then he goes on a little deeper, right? And the question was, what do you mean they were equal? Moshe Rabbeinu opened up the 10 plagues, this, that, the sea, beat Pharaoh, took everything down. Aaron was just the vice president. He was just on the side. What do you mean they were equal? So and Rashi, maybe it could be Unkelis, I don't know. But he says, no. Moshe maxed the fuck out. And Aaron maxed the fuck out in their own vessel and potential that they could be at that moment. So in front of Hashem, Moshe, Aaron, equal. And that's that.
Didn't Aaron speak for Moshe? Because Moshe, as a child, did something with hot coals in his mouth.
Yeah. He had a
So
list.
he had a speech impediment.
Yeah.
And he was insecure about that.
Yeah. He should have joined the wolf pack, I'm telling you, man.
We could fix that.
We fix it.
We can definitely fix
We
that.
fix it.
Yeah. And in the Torah, he's the only person that ever actually saw God.
So
He looked away, right?
Who?
In the burning bush.
So they say.
So they say. Well, the Torah is exact. So if
There's ways to translate it.
True. And you were just translating using Rashi.
Yeah.
For people who don't know, he's a Torah scholar. He's a rabbi. He made a lot of commentary about the Torah. There are a lot of people that believe in Rashi. There are a lot of people that disagree with Rashi. So
That's fine. This whole point of Judaism is disagreement. And See,
one of my other favorite books is right behind me, the Chovetz Chaim.
I love the Chofetz Chaim. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Lashon Hara is a big thing.
It is.
See, I don't talk shit about people.
It's hard when you're hurt by a person to not talk. Lashon Hara means negative talk, and we don't want to talk negative talk about another Jew. Okay, we can talk constructive and factual
About
we don't
anybody.
want to talk negative.
Let's make that differentiation.
Correct.
Humans are human
Correct.
beings, man.
Yes. Yeah.
That's why I stay away from religion, because there's a differentiation between people. Because I've looked at Islam, seriously, by the way. I've looked at Christianity, seriously. I've looked at Buddhism, seriously. And there's one thing I didn't like is that they always think that they're better than the other, which I dislike completely. I definitely believe that we are one fucking beautiful soul, man. Black, white, Jewish, Muslim, who gives a fuck? And I don't give a fuck. I don't see people. I just see people. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So, Lashon Hara, just don't talk bad about anybody. They're still God's creation. Period.
Great advice, guys. Great advice.
Yeah.
And if you're not picking up anything here, one thing, okay, you need to understand that you need to be original. You need to be exactly who you are. You can't put on a persona. You can't put on a bunch of bullshit, okay? People respect somebody who is exactly who they are. They don't try to pretend anything, okay? I think the reason why I'm so drawn to Isaac is the first time I met him, the first thing he said to me is, no, you can't do it that way. You got to do it this way, and this way. And you want to know the crazy thing was? You were right.
You're kidding. I remember that, man. That's amazing.
You were right. Yes.
Yeah, I got no filters.
No filter.
Yeah.
No, why have a filter?
Yeah, because
You're not going to offend anybody. You're not going to say something to hurt someone's feelings.
And I'll even
You're going to help somebody. You're going to say something to help someone.
So there's two parts to that. Yes, you're right. The first part is I've learned how to refine my messaging in a way that can be accepted by whoever's listening. And as I get older, I'm going to keep working on that.
Don't refine it with me.
No, I know how to talk to you exactly the way. The way. We found a way, and then I'll talk to him a little differently. I think it's important to learn. Say what you got to say, but if you want to be heard, speak in that person's language. It's like the golden rule, right? Do unto others as you would want.
Do unto yourself.
Yeah, I disagree with that completely. I think that's horseshit. I think you do unto others as they would want to do unto them. So there's things that you like that I don't like. So the golden rule needs to be switched up. The way you communicate, even with no filter, If you want to be heard, it needs to be switched up. I think that's important.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
You know,
I definitely agree.
doesn't mean change your fucking personality like some of you guys in sales. 5 different types of personality, analytical, this, that, and the other, just to a certain extent. Because it's very hard to be a fake person all the time. You imagine waking up trying to be somebody else every day? It's very hard.
Well, there's a lot of people like that.
It's all the time, man.
There's a lot of people like that because they haven't found themselves. They don't understand the value that they actually have. And everybody has value.
You have value, period.
Because you exist.
That's it.
Because you're a creation from above.
That's it.
Most people don't figure that out until they get to a crisis or they have something happen in their life. Now think about this. In life, when you get sick, what's the only thing you care about?
Getting better.
Getting better.
Yeah.
So think about the little thing. You're doing this, all these things are going well, and then boom.
Yeah.
And I have a friend, I actually had 2 friends. I had one friend who got sick, and we lost him in 4 months with pancreatic cancer.
Rest in peace.
And I have another friend. He just got diagnosed. He's had his 2 chemos. I do have to go up to Delray and spend a little time with him. I've been an asshole. I got to go visit him.
Gotta do it.
I told him last week I would go visit him. So I got to do it.
Yeah. No, that absolutely. 100%. That's hard. Fuck. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
I bet.
And he was one of the Wolves of Wall Street.
He's one of the guys.
He was
from the stories you've been telling me.
He was the number 4 guy there.
Damn.
Yeah.
When you die, so I'm big on that. I'm big on death, and I don't want you guys to take it in a dark way, but I think about death a lot, all the time actually. Mm-hmm. So you guys study stoicism, by reading TikToks and fucking all that. It's fine, by the way. Great job. Which is fine though. You know what I'm saying?
Read a book.
Maybe again, managing oneself. If your way.
No.
Yeah.
Read a fucking book.
Okay, I disagree, but that's cool.
When you read, you go through the process of internalizing it. When you watch something, it's mindless. You read it, you listen to it, you're talking to yourself. You're having a conversation while you're reading.
You and I are like that, but let's say some people aren't, and they're not born in a certain age, or they just operate better by looking at things. I used to be very much like that, very dogmatic in my ways. I used to make every Wolf member in 2023 have to wake up at 4:44, have to be sober, and then I realized, wait. Aren't we all fucking different?
Yeah, we are.
Okay, cool. So I give them a guideline, and then you guys, let's figure out a way that kind of works for you. I say study, great, but maybe you like videos better. Well, just watch videos. At least you're studying. I don't like waking up 4:30. Well, it's not past 5. It's pretty proven. But going back, death is pretty important. So Stoics teach 2 things. One is control the controllables, let go of the rest. And number 2, death is coming regardless. This could be the last time you guys see Isaac Lobel ever. I could die right now. Let's be clear. And for people to come on stage and say, here's my 20-year plan, although it's smart, I think it's very prideful. Who the fuck tells you you're going to live 10 years? It's fucking ridiculous. I've buried 2 friends this year. It's nuts. You buried one right now. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So having a 5-year, 10-year plan, do it because it's smart. But to bet on it, that's nuts. You about to die. You're dying right now. Okay, cool. I'm dying. So what are you going to do before you die? Hopefully you're going to kiss your kids.
Of course.
Hopefully you're going to pray to your creator.
Of course.
Hopefully you're going to do some work. By the way, work is important. If you're doing something good, work should make you feel good.
Absolutely.
Work out, take care of your body. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
But you about to die. So live life like that. It doesn't mean do a bunch of cocaine up your face right now. It means do things that are really meaningful. Because death is coming, buddy.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. It's not going to stop. The day is running. Time is running.
Yeah. It's happening.
So that's why you have to take advantage of every moment.
Yeah.
You need to be grateful for every moment.
You do.
For every hug from your child. I am grateful when I take that first sip of coffee in the morning and I see the moon and I'm like, this is great.
What time do you wake up?
Early.
Okay.
Early.
What time?
4:35.
Okay, there we go. Yeah.
It's just a habit.
Yeah.
Okay. So like we just started the beginning of Passover, and the Seders went to like 1:00.
Okay.
I'm still waking up at 5 because my body just wakes up.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Good.
but on a weekend, on Shabbat,
Yeah.
I'm sleeping till 8:00.
I never understood that shit.
I don't gotta be in shul until 9:30.
Yeah.
I sleep till 8:00.
I want to challenge you to change that. I want to challenge you. Because if it's good, why do it only 6 days a week? I wake up at 4:44, 7 days a week for the last 10 years. Because for me, there's no day off.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a
Can
day.
you think better in the morning?
Yeah.
Me too. It's silent.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I just chill my coffee. I got a little espresso. You know, old school espresso machine, by the way. It's just a metal pot that you put on the stove.
That screws?
That screws.
With Cafe Bustelo?
Voila.
Yeah, voila.
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 And I keep it old school, and I just sit with my coffee and I think, because it's quiet.
My coffee maker broke the other day.
I good, man.
So I ordered one on eBay.
So that's another thing, man. I'm buying things that now that are
I actually
indestructible.
called him and I'm like, Tanner, can we find this coffee maker? Then we ordered one. My daughter does like that for me because I'm not so good with that stuff. She ordered one and they said they couldn't ship it. So she's like, Dad, I found a used one for like $60. I'm like, get it.
Yeah.
Okay. She's like, no guarantee. I'm like, it's $60 versus $150.
There it is.
So I said, get it. And I got a shipment. It came in today.
That's good.
So
that's good.
Yeah, I was making the Cafe Bustelo.
Is the way to do it.
And I was drinking it like a cup of it.
Yeah. One of my friends just gave me some new Italian coffee. Oh, I'll get you
Is
one.
it good?
Oh, it's so good.
So we have a coffee company. It didn't come in yet, but it's called Java Dog.
Okay.
They're in St. Pete.
Okay.
And we ordered online. I'm waiting for it to come in. Their shit is really good coffee.
That's all I like. That's why I've simplified my life. I was just telling Mark I threw away almost all my clothes today. I keep my shit simple these days. I don't want to, no extra shit. What do I like? A good coffee. I like a good coffee. Black. No, I put a little of this and a little of that.
A little bit.
You know what I'm saying? I like martial arts. I love 20 years of martial artist. I like a good fucking cigar. Good conversation.
Do the people know that your hands are dangerous?
No,
Do they know that your hands are registered?
I de-escalate as much as I can.
Well, of course.
Like this,
that would be the first thing
like this morning.
to avoid.
Yeah, because you don't need more trouble. If today's really your last day, I'm not trying to fucking get in handcuffs.
Were you in the Israeli army?
No.
No.
I wanted to, but I'm allergic to fish. So they would put me in something called a jobnik, which means I'd be behind a computer all the time. I said, no, fuck that. I want to tow guns and kill motherfuckers, you know. And so I just walked away. I said, no, I'm good, you know. But yeah, I like to keep my life simple. As simple. And the older I get, the more simple it's going to be.
So what's next for Isaac Global? What's next for the Wolfpack?
Oh, every day is the same thing, Mark. Wake up, post my 4:44 a.m. wake up, which you guys will see all the time. I don't miss. Rarely. And I'm human. I miss sometimes. And help one more person every day. One more person every day. One more person every day. That's it.
I love that.
Yeah. What's next? Ideally, the vision is I want Wolfpack to be like a world power. Mm-hmm. If you guys want to talk massive, by the time I'm done, if God gives me enough life, Wolfpack will move fucking governments. I've said it on every podcast. There's going to be circles within circles. By the time I'm done, Mark is going to build a building called WP. It's going to be Wolfpack building. Skyscraper throughout Miami. You'll build it. Like, that's the vision.
Bro.
Huge.
Vision becomes
country.
Reality.
Yeah.
Okay? If you can see it, you can create it.
Oh, I see it. Wolfpack, I want Isaac to disappear, guys. I want you to be clear. I don't want to be the face of anything. I want to create a movement so massive, kind of like Gandhi or Martin Luther King. I just want to disappear. I don't want Isaac to exist anymore. I want to put such an impact on the planet that it's forever cemented. You know what I'm saying? And it goes way past coaching. It needs to involve everything.
You know,
I don't want to be alive anymore.
Gandhi said
Yeah.
that there is no, let me see if I can say it the way he said it. There's no humility in going small.
Yeah. I like
So
that.
that's what you're doing. You're going big.
Massive.
massive.
Yeah, no, world. I'm gonna change the world if God gives me enough life. You know, because that's what it is.
God's given it to you.
Maybe
He's giving you the voice.
Charlie Munger says, you know, if you live long enough, most people get what they deserve. You know, so ideally, yeah, my vision is there's gonna be fucking. I don't know, you'll walk into Capitol Hill. There's gonna be somebody wearing a little pin with a wolf, and you'll know.
You're going to have a special handshake or a special.
I mean, I'm a Freemason already.
Yep.
Yeah, of course, 12 years. But there'll be something. I don't know. We're gonna move people, nations, energies, something massive. Needs to be big.
I love it.
That's why I didn't call it Isaac Global Coaching. I called it Wolfpack. Because at one point, I'm going to disappear. I'm going to be gone. And it's going to be somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
And where will Isaac be? He'll just be the wolf pack.
In the background, man. It needs to be bigger than me. Or what's the fucking point? What, when I die, all my work dies? No.
No.
The way to live forever.
That's your legacy.
Yeah, the way to be immortal is to create something that goes past your name. I don't exist.
I love that.
Yeah. I'm just a fucking thing.
I'm going to work on that.
Yeah.
I'm going to work on that.
Yeah.
So if you want to tell everybody one thing
Yeah.
that can make a difference in their life, coming from what made a difference in your life,
Yeah.
that created this person that is genuine,
Thank you.
that is kind, that is a very good father.
Don't make me blush now.
No.
I'm just playing.
I know.
Thank you.
That can actually do anything
That's fact.
if he decides to do it.
That's fact. There's a voice inside you. You've always heard it. You always know that it's there. Even if it's telling you to do something completely contradictory to what your parents, your social, your life has told you to do, no matter how wild that fucking thing is, just do it now. And I did that. One of our guys, Steven, in the Wolfpack, he's always wanted to like live in Canada. No, live in Canada. I'm like, good, pack your shit right now and go. He goes, right now? I'm like, yeah. He packed his shit, moved to Canada. That same day. He's striving, by the way.
Amazing.
Striving. If you just remove fear.
What part of Canada?
He's in Toronto.
You better watch out.
What?
The Gabrielle is there. She may fucking snake him.
She may. No, you got to release that shit.
Yes.
Got to release that. It don't. Look, here's a perfect example. I don't talk to my father. I don't talk to anybody in my family, by the way. Except for my little.
That I know, because that's the first day we met.
Yeah.
First day we had dinner.
We went deep.
One of the first things you told me.
Yeah. But
we talked about everything, bro.
Yeah, we did. But I don't hold any anger against him. Fuck, I just don't get along with
worthless. It's a worthless emotion.
Okay, yes and no. So if you go on the frequency chart, right, anger is better than lethargy. It's better than depression.
Oh, of course. But there's no benefit from anger, because when you are angry with another person, you're the one who suffers.
Yeah.
And I'm not looking to suffer.
I won't say there's no benefits. I think there's benefits in everything. If you're angry, you use that momentum to maybe get...
to the next level?
Yeah. Well, what's the next level after angry? What's the word for not caring?
Ambivalence.
Oblivion. What is it?
Ambivalence.
Ambivalent. So you get angry. You know what? Fuck this guy. I'm ambivalent. And then maybe I'm a little bit more motivated. Well, now I'm loving. No, accepting, then maybe loving. So like use it, package it in a way that's good for you. Anger is fine. I've used anger for years. Mm-hmm. You know, there's time I look at one of my ex-girlfriend, which I still have a lot of love for. That was a terrible breakup. There's days I get angry. The second I see that anger rise in my body, it's a lot of fucking anger. Heartbreak is the only thing I think that really hit men hard. You know, because we love harder than women. I do believe that. Second I see that, ooh, that's some extra energy. Let me hit that shit. I see it as a little gift from God. Ooh, you give me some anger right now? Okay, what are we going to create today?
I tell you, I've gotten a lot of motivation from this.
Oh, man.
Tremendous. I've been able to write a lot more stuff, and I'm not a great writer, but all the stuff that I film, I write, and that's what is fueling me.
Well, it's good.
So
as long as it's not you. It was me for a while. That's what I'm saying.
That I'm angry? Nah.
Okay,
good.
good.
I've given all that. Each morning when I daven, each afternoon,
Beautiful.
each evening, I've given that and asked Hashem just to guide me, see me through it, and make sure that I handle it with dignity and respect.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So
That's beautiful. I mean, when I
this
pray,
is actually the first time I've actually talked about this on camera.
you want to go deeper?
No,
Okay.
no, I don't want to be. I want her to have her peace. I want her to get the true help that she needs. And here's the most pathetic thing from me. And it's pathetic.
Okay, let's find out. What is it?
If she had come to me and told me everything and said, this isn't true, and I lied about this, and this happened, and that happened, okay?
I can relate.
And she put it all out on the table.
You'd be cool with it.
I would have said, look, I fucking love you.
And you'd be okay.
I just want the person I fell in love with, and we will figure it out. Because that's what you do in life. You figure things out together.
Let me tell you something, man. That breakup that I was just talking to you about.
Same thing.
I fell so in love, and that was like my first American girl. Like real, like I don't usually date white girls.
Gorgeous, by the way.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, blonde, beautiful. We got a house somewhere close to the country. We had the truck, the this, the that, the GT. Perfect. Listen to country music, drink, I was. But she had, not been so honest about very small details. And for guys like us, honesty is pivotal.
Yes.
It can be the smallest thing.
Truth. So what's the formula for
But anyways, that broke my heart. That broke my heart.
I know.
And she was like, well, it doesn't really matter because it's the past. I was trying to protect you. I'm like,
formula for trust.
Et voilà.
Truth over time equals trust.
Truth over time equals trust. Bank. That is bank.
Simple.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah. My last relationship too. She had one little lie. I'm like, all right, I'm dropping you off home. Mm-hmm. She said, what? I just gave you 6 months of my life because of this one little thing. I'm like, this is the first time I caught you. It's like a thief. If you catch them stealing, it's not the first time they steal. It's the first time you caught them. I'm like, yes, sweetheart. I'm like, I'll feel bad about it later, but right now I'm dropping you guys home. You can lose my number. Hurt me.
Yep.
But can't be with somebody that lies.
No.
And for some reason they think it's okay. I just don't accept shit.
I did a video about women who lie. Women definitely lie a lot more than
So
that.
I think all women lie. Let me just tell you right now, and here's why. I think guys we can stand our ground and confront with strength and intelligence, network moves. Women, I think they almost feel like they're weaker, and they also have been so used to letting things slide by because of their beauty. They don't feel they need to confront anyways, so they just lie. Little lie here, little lie there.
They add up.
Because we're giving them passes all day long.
They add up.
They add up. But then you meet a motherfucker like me, you get one life. There's the door, sweetheart.
When I started, that's when this whole thing started. When I started to say, that's not cool.
It's not.
This isn't cool. I don't believe you. That was when it started.
Doesn't that suck?
I don't believe you. And it was always me. I'm the bad guy.
Always. They take no responsibility ever.
Right.
Ever.
Yep.
No, man, listen. I'm done with love. And I'll tell you why. And it's fucked up, Mark, Moshe. But I'm done. And I'll tell you why, man. I got 2 baby mamas. I've dated. I do.
Me too.
Yeah, I know. Most successful guys do. By the way, look at any successful person. Elon Musk got 11 kids from 11 different women. Again, go back to Dr. David Buss, Evolutionary Psychology. Primal men will always have more than one woman and more than one kid. It's fine. It's the way it's always been. Things only changed when the Catholic Church monopolized sex and monopolized heaven. Pre the Catholic Church, this was fine. So, please. Yeah, I'm done. And I'll tell you why. Because I'm 33 now, almost 34. But we should do a birthday together. That'd be fun.
Definitely. Yeah, why don't we?
Well, let's do it.
I think I'm speaking in Atlanta.
Okay.
So we'll do it before or after.
I'd love that.
Okay.
I'd love that. I love that. But yeah, after all these years of life, I mean,
Steak and cigars.
Okay.
And tequila.
Lots of tequila.
Yes. Yeah.
We'll get a camera crew and everything. We'll do it.
Tanner will come. He'll eat.
Done.
Christian.
I love that. Some tequilas.
We got the crew.
Some shots. Some cigars. A few baddies. You know what I'm saying? Some B-roll cameras rolling around.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this could be good. The Two Wolves of Miami.
I love it.
Woo! That sounded nice, right?
Oh, man, yeah.
I
That
love
sounded
it.
nice.
So where do we find you?
Instagram, YouTube, always the same word. Isaac B Global. Best place.
Guys, you heard it. Okay. This is a no bullshit podcast. Okay. This is me ripping off the Band-Aid, showing my emotion. If I was rude or I stepped out of line, I apologize at this point right now.
Yeah.
But I'm sure they're going to cut it out anyways. So guys, let's go, baby.